Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be smoking a brisket. Alright guys, I'm going to flip this brisket over. This brisket would not be one that I would recommend shooting a video on because it has some pretty big imperfections. This is a select brisket. I usually cook, I try to cook at least a choice, preferably a prime. I'm cooking this for some women at our church for a Christmas party, kind of like on a catering type situation. But we're going to flip this over and I'm going to show you how I'm going to trim up the backside. I could spend all day on the front up here. Like I get a little bit more of this silver skin right here. Alright, we'll get this thing flipped over. This brisket has a huge slit in it. But we're going to go ahead and cook on, man. We're going to turn this into something great. I want to try to leave a 1/4 inch of fat. That looks pretty good through there. I've already trimmed up this side pretty good. I could go a little bit more right here. That looks good. You want to make sure all your edges are rounded off. Smoke it. To round off these edges the best I could. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get this brisket injected. Today we're going to be using the Butcher BBQ Prime Brisket injection. Man, if you want to take your brisket to the next level, this is just a great product. I've been using this product for years, and when you cook a brisket using the Butcher Prime injection, people will remember the brisket that you cooked. I've got it in the shaker here. It calls for 16 ounces of water and 3 scoops of the stuff in there. So we just make sure we get it shaken up pretty good. Let's make sure you got the lid on there. All right. Today we're also going to be using Grilling Addiction rub. If you have not tried this, this is a must-have rub. In my house, this replaces salt and pepper. This is just an amazing rub. The flavors in it are just great. It goes good on everything. And we're going to pair that with the Butcher Premium Rub. This rub right here was the rub that I fell in love with barbecue cooking with. It's just a great rub. So we'll get our injector needle using a 2-inch needle here, which works great for brisket. You're able to penetrate all the way down into the meat. So let's get it injected. Alright guys, so when injecting a brisket, you got to kind of play checkers with it, alright? So pretend like this is your checkerboard, alright? And then on a checkerboard you got white squares and you got black squares, okay? So I'm going to go through here first, and I'm going to hit all the white squares first, okay? And this first go, I'm going to hit going with the grain. Grains are running like this right here. I'm going to go with the grain, and then when I come back and do my my black checkers, I'm going to come against the grain like this, okay? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pump injection into every bit of this brisket, okay? Some of it's going to leak out on the board. I've got some paper towels down to kind of soak that up, but we're going to go ahead and pump this injection into the brisket, okay? And what we want to do is we want to push in and we want to pull out a little bit, okay? Push in, pull out. I put my finger there. Sometimes it'll shoot out, so if you're doing this in your house or in your wife's kitchen, just something to think about. So push in, pull out. And I'm kind of skipping about an inch or so because I'm going to come back the other way and I'm going to hit that, okay? So I'm pushing in and I'm pulling out. I'm pushing in and pulling out. Pushing in and pulling out. And we just want to hit every ounce of this brisket. Guys, we're pumping flavor into this thing right now. My needle got bumped, so the tip of my needle is it's not as sharp as it should be, so. All right, we'll go ahead and get some more injection. All right, so basically I've hit the flat right now. So on this brisket, we've got two muscles. You got the flat here, and then we have the point over here, okay? The flat lays on this top. We're gonna get our slices from the flat, and then our point, we turn around and we're going to slice this way. Grains run this way on the point, or on the flat, and then on the point, the grains are going to run like this. So we're going to have to cut this way right here. When you're cutting your meat or when you're dealing with barbecue, always cut against the grain. It'll give you the most tender bite, okay? All right, so now we're going to come back and we're going to hit against the grain, basically our black checkers. See how I'm going against the grain? I'm pulling out. I'm going to push in and pull out, okay? Whoop! See, that was what I was talking about you don't want that to happen in your wife's kitchen. All right. Man, it's a nice day out here today. The sun's out. Just a great day to be outside cooking something, right? Or it could be a great day for you guys to be sitting inside with a cup of coffee or something in your hand and watching somebody do something like this. All right, so we've got a little bit built up on the board here. We're gonna go ahead and catch that before it goes off. You can just wipe this into your meat. What we'll do with this excess injection is it'll serve as a binder to our rub. So it'll take care of that for us. Now you can decide if you want to inject the point or not. A lot of people don't do it. With this being a select brisket, which that means that the fat content in this is not going to be near as close to what it would be like on a choice or a prime. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to inject the point on this one, okay? Boy, they really did a number on this brisket. The point's even got a big slash in it right here. But when you guys get one of these at home, you're not always going to get the beautiful, nice brisket. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue on with this video, and we're going to figure out how this thing turns out together. All right, guys, so we got the brisket injected. Now I'm going to go ahead and get our rubs on. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over. man, they did a number on that right there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put just a little bit of our injection on this back side and rub it in. And this will help as our binder. Alright guys. Alright, so first we're going to start with the grilling addiction. This is going to be our base layer. We'll do a light to heavy coat of the grilling addiction. Man, this rub smells so good. I'm telling you guys, you have to pick this up. Get on the Butcher BBQ website, www.butcherbarbq.com, and pick some of this up. Tell them that Grilling Addiction with Nick sent you. We're just going to pat that rub in. And then we're going to come back with the premium rub. It's going to give us our color. Guys, if you hear my dogs barking, the UPS guy's delivering something right now. It's that time of year where we got packages coming every day of the week. But, hey, happy wife, happy life. We're just gonna pat that in. We didn't go too heavy, but we covered all of it. And the access that you have on your board, we can just get the sides there with that. We'll flip this thing over. All right, hit this with the Grilling Addiction. Alright, and we're going to come back with the premium rub. Alright guys, go ahead and pat this in. We're going to let this rub set up. It'll probably take about 10 or 15 minutes. We want this rub to look wet, and that'll let us know that it's set up just right. And then we're going to get this on the smoker. Today we're cooking with my drum smoker, and we're using cherry wood chunks. Cherry wood throws really good color, and it's got a good flavor to put on beef. We're looking forward to that today. So stay tuned, and we'll see you back over on the grill. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get this brisket on here. We're going to put it on the second rack here today. So I'm going to be cooking a couple pork butts above it. Guys, we had the brisket on the smoker for about 6 hours, and now we're going to get it wrapped up with some Reynolds pink butcher paper. What I'm trying to do here is I'm going to pull out about 3 to 4 feet. I'm going to get 2 of these sheets out. And do yourself a favor, don't do this on a windy day by yourself. And make sure that you spray it down with water or whatever you're basting your brisket in. It'll help these papers not roll up so much. But what you want to do is you just want to kind of overlap them, and so that you can get good coverage on the brisket. You want to set the brisket right in the middle and leave yourself enough room to make kind of like the half of a fold on the top. This is not the best representation of how you want to wrap a brisket, so I'll do a better job on the next one of showing you guys exactly how to do it, but you guys can enjoy watching me struggle here for a second, but it'll still get the job done. We're going to get this thing wrapped up, and then we'll put it back on the smoker until it's finished and probe tender. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get this brisket sliced up, get it on the cutting board and get it sliced up. Just give you a little recap. So we put it on the smoker. It's been on there for about 8 or 9 hours. We injected it with the Butcher's Prime Beef Injection, and we rubbed it down with Grilling Addiction and the Butcher's Premium Rub. Once it hit about 165, we pulled it, we wrapped it with butcher paper, and we finished it off in the smoker. It's been resting for about 35-45 minutes. Usually we rest a little bit longer, but we're gonna go ahead and get it on the cutting board and get it cut up for you guys. Now this is that brisket that had the big gouges in it. Like I said, this would not be a brisket that I would choose to cook for a video, but when we cook something on this channel, we're grabbing stuff at a meat market just like you would. So we're going to give you it just the way that it comes. So we're going to go ahead and get this brisket on the cutting board and get it chopped up for you guys. It's got a good flop to it. So our grains are running like this right here, so we want to cut against the grain. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one there. Not a bad looking brisket right there. Let's do the old pull check, see how tender it is. Right apart. That right there. Not a bad piece of brisket. Let's give it a taste. Slide this over here. Now we're going to do the point. Our grains are running like this, so we're going to cut against the grain. About 1-inch cubes for burn ends. The best bite in barbecue. Check out that right there, guys. We made that brisket turn into something amazing. Bring it up to me. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Man, this was a fun cook and we look forward to bringing you a lot more. We are